Now, you create your reality according to your beliefs. But what exactly is a belief? A belief is simply a strong idea that you hold in your mind. And according to Seth, each belief has an electromagnetic reality. Just as light and sound and physical objects can all be thought of as different forms of energy, beliefs also are a form of energy. You might think of a belief as a pattern of energy, with each individual pattern attracting certain kinds of events. Each individual on this planet has access to incredible power. The power to shape their experience by consciously focusing on thoughts and emotions that will produce fulfilling, life-giving realities. In order to use your power effectively, however, you must be willing to change your beliefs in spite of the physical circumstances that are your current experience. When you change your mental landscape, the outer landscape of your life will soon reflect your new belief systems. To many people interested in these endeavors, the altering of what may seem to be old, deeply entrenched belief systems sounds at first like a Herculean task. In the upcoming tape, however, Seth addresses this attitude and offers an alternate way of viewing this work. The class begins with Seth commenting on his book, The Nature of Personal Reality. This is his classic work on beliefs and the art of consciously creating your reality. He also uses the term sumari at the beginning of class, which is his word for a certain family of consciousness. Seth has described several such families, each with large memberships, both physical and non-physical, and each family consisting of beings that have similar characteristics and interests. Seth is a sumari, and so are many of the people in the class. Let's listen to Seth now as he proposes a playful approach to working with your beliefs.
All of you good smelly who are getting smellier, Ruburt is going to read part of my book, and I want you to take it to heart, for you are the first to hear it, and hopefully you are the first to use it. You are not just to listen to it, therefore. You are to make it your own through examining your own beliefs and your own conscious mind. Now the Sumeri like to play. So they like to play with the contents of their minds, as this one over here does. So I want you to think of your ideas as children's blocks that you have in your mind. So that, as Ruburt says, you can indeed mix and match them. And they are not heavy unless you believe that they are rightfully your playthings, and play with them. Do not sit solemnly before a belief and say, aha, this is my great belief and it blocks my view. But as a child, kick it aside and make a new one. The ideas are your blocks. You can use them, therefore, playfully to build with. Or, if you will forgive me for using upon, you can use them as objects that block your view. And the children deal quite joyfully with blocks. And if they erect structures that do not please them, then without an instant remorse, they knock them aside and make a new one. So if you have a pretty structure, save it. But if you have one that displeases you, then knock it aside. The playground is yours. It is a war ground if you make it into one. It is a playground of creativity and joy if you realize that it is. There are some who peek in at your windows to see what you are up to with your blocks. There are some. Now you see what I have to put up with Ruburt's new hairstyle. There are some who watch, but watching, those observers do not see a block and say, what a dirty old belief that is. Those watching do not feel that they must come in and kick aside your blocks for you. They only make sure that you have an infinite number of things to work with at your disposal. They only know that you form your own reality with the blocks that you have. And they do not judge. So that if such an observer peeks through the mortal window and sees a poor design, it does not say, what a faulty picture. It simply waits for you to kick the design apart and make a new one on your own. But the design as it was a design, and itself and a way of learning. Now there may be moments while you are juggling beliefs, when you realize that one structure does not satisfy you, and you have not as yet learned to construct a new one. And so you may go about your day in your own way thinking, oh, woe is me, where can I look? These frightful beliefs imprison me and there is no way to go. But the new designs with the new blood are quite there and quite available. And if you were playful enough about it, you would be quite aware. And there is no need to wait for new beliefs. Unless you believe that you must wait for new beliefs. And there is no struggle unless you believe that you must struggle. And it is not hard unless you believe that it must be difficult. And the dream symbolism exists unless you believe it is so difficult to find that you cannot perceive it. And the answers are in your conscious mind, unless you believe that they must be hidden. And so, if you play hide and seek in your playground, it is a great game. But you can stop playing hide and seek with yourselves whenever you choose. You may enjoy the game, but when you are finished with hide and seek, then you will find. And the finding is within yourself.